Welcome to Henny for Your Thoughts, where I scour social media to find the perfect thread, the perfect topic, and read the comments. The devil is in the comments. And as you can tell by the thumbnail, today's subject is Kevin Samuels, and I will be reading the comments from the Instagram page of Morning Juice Box.
And are you really competent to even raise these children, or should they be with the state and go into foster care?
I'm gonna tell you this. For some reason, Kevin, I pray a lot. Like I get on my knees. I pray.
God has nothing to do with this, ma'am. You were a 9th grade dropout with 4 children. If you're not gonna go get a GED and decide to do something to increase your skills to earn more money, you don't need 4 children that you can't take care of, because this is gonna just repeat itself. And I want people who are feeling sympathy for you to understand. This woman said she's addicted to social media. I don't understand how you say you don't have time when you're on social media all goddamn time. Remember that? So how you gonna tell me you don't have time when you're addicted to social media? Yeah. This is why I'm not too swayed by women's tears.
I love your heart. I love that you harsh and like you.
It's not harsh, ma'am. It's the reality. You decided to make 4 people, 11, blah blah blah, and 2 years old. The first child, we can say you were young, you had her in high school, but not 2, 3, and certainly not a 2-year-old. You know, when you had a 2-year-old, you had a 9th grade education. Now you have your tubes tied, thank God. But this is where you are. And if ain't nobody around you going to tell you, you need to get your shit together, you need to get your shit together. This is trifling.
I do think she needs someone to talk to, but not him.
I blame her for going to him. He's only going to tarnish her moral and belittle her.
This is hardcore truth. He keeping it 100 though. A man whom has been married twice shouldn't be giving women advice when he needs it his fucking self. From a man whom has been married for 17 years. My thing with him, he doesn't give out no resources to none of them, at least educate them too. WTF. Y'all commenting hardcore truth when this the basic shit you read in a textbook. He just degrading her. I don't have the time, yet I wish someone would find his 2 ex-wives. Nobody is asking about her home life or what led her to have babies this young. Where were her parents and what kind of guidance she had growing up? Not saying she doesn't need to make moves, but you got to understand what led you to this point so you don't repeat the behavior. Why do black women even ask this clown for advice? He's speaking truth. She relies on the city and state to fund for her kids. Welfare gives her time to neglect her children and be on social media. This was mild, Kevin. He seemed really concerned, so I won't go in like I normally do. Like people say, the truth hurts. I can agree with him on this one. I was watching this live. It was rough. I think he hung up on her while she was crying, but I'm sure she appreciated him being honest with her. Taxpayers like us taking care of all 4 of those kids while she's on social media. As much as I dislike Kevin and the way he be disrespecting us females, I can truly say that he didn't anything wrong with this situation. He was on point with everything. She definitely needed to talk to someone, but he was the worst option. He constantly belittles and disrespects women. And through telling her to allow the state to take her kids when thousands of kids are raped, neglected, and still end up on the streets. He told her the truth. He didn't do her wrong. He spoke facts to her. Obviously, no one else told her any truth. Why do these people keep giving him authority? Not with 4 kids addicted to social media. The truth hurts sometimes. I work in the social work field, and I see this all the time. The delivery was spot on. I say the same to some of my parents. It's just a cycle. I worked for another agency at one time. A grandmother came in for assistance. The mother and the daughter came in for assistance as well. So sad. It's a cycle, and they need some type of programs to get these mothers out of the welfare line. Welfare is supposed to be a stepladder, not a bed to just lay in your poverty.
Why are people saying he is being harsh and cruel and disrespectful? Why are we not thinking of the facts in hand? Why does everything have to be caressed and word watchful? And don't say something that will defend the person. She is apparently making horrible choices that is putting her in a place where she is going to learn from or continue to drown. And guess what? Those kids are going to suffer. Sometimes people need to hear the blunt, unfiltered, non-sugar-coating truth. Come on, people. That's the same girl that you would be looking down on because she has 4 kids and not with any of the baby daddies, calling her a hoe or too fast, etc. So which one is better? Someone telling what you're doing and going about in your life is wrong and you're digging a deeper hole for yourself and kids? Or just look at her from afar and talk about her, calling her all types of names.
I just, sometimes people just need to hear it again.
Is Child Protective Services involved with you and your family? Because I still don't understand how you living, how you surviving.
I mean,
Is
I cry for a great husband and stuff like that because I am a good person, but like, I know
you want a great husband? Yeah, I don't. There's nothing I can do here, man. I do wish you the best, but 2 and 11, 2 more. The likelihood of finding a husband, you got other things you need to work on first. I am glad you got your tubes tied.
I still want to know where Kevin received his psychology and psychiatric degrees from. He needs to be on someone's couch.
If you do not want to hear the truth,
Don't call him. He did what he does, gave her the hard, cold facts. Reality check. She should get a professional therapist, not a let me give you my 2 cents kind of guy.
like if you gonna call yourself speaking the truth, don't just call out the women who need it. Call out these men too, because they need it too. Simple. First of all, call out yourself.
I'm so disappointed in him. Who is he to judge? And it needs to be stopped. He should be providing her with a more solution-focused mindset.
She was brave enough to have the babies she made and is doing okay by her own standards. I wish Kevin Samuels would shut up.
His words are false. Her children's lives will not repeat. Please stop listening to this women-hating poser.
When he emphasized, you want a great husband?
He a damn fool. Sis, find a mentor to motivate you. He told not one lie. Sometimes we need a push. And why is she seeking advice from him? Straight raw truth. Wow, that was her response? We have to do better. He gave her constructive criticism. He was blunt, but she likely needed to hear the hard truth. Straight no chaser. The truth is not passing judgment, looking down upon nor condescending. It is simply the hashtag truth. A husband should be the very least of her concerns right now. She should get therapy, a GED, and then enroll in a 2-year community college while it's free. Otherwise, her children will certainly suffer and be forced to live a very low quality of life. If a person is open, one can learn something from anyone, even someone who has been divorced twice. This made me tear up. While I'm not a parent, I can't imagine having 4 children with a 9th grade education. She wants a husband but hasn't grown out of her adolescence. Kevin Samuels told her the truth. He is honest where people around her had constantly failed her. I hope she understood what he was saying to her. It's important because 10 out of 10, I bet her mom and grandmother started having kids at the same age. We need to be honest with our uneducated youth who constantly make terrible decisions. He said she is trifling because her actions to have a 2nd, 3rd, and then 4th child with no education and no way to take care of them is trifling living. My hopes is that she has creativity to build her own company because she need a minimum of $250K to live and care for her children. This one hurt. Damn. Facts. Some women, especially a specific demographic, need to take education seriously. The world is changing, and all the procrastination and blaming will backfire in years to come. The face of blacks are changing. So many blacks now from different pet of the world. So indigenous blacks in America need to wake the fuck up. I'm Nigerian anyways. He's right, but damn it, man, his delivery. This isn't doing her wrong. A lot of people need to hear it. Get your shit together. His other lives are usually harsh, but he said nothing wrong thus far this time. Let's not make such a statement to say God has nothing to do with this. Let's not give the ignorant the wrong idea to think that prayer, even in situations like this, can't help. But why does he only come for women, though? That bothers me so much, bruh. I'm not gonna front. He told her the truth. People around her probably not keeping it real. Now the rest is up to her to correct, change people, change places and things. He being honest with her. I have one and it's hard, and I'll be damned if I have another baby without being a better or in better financial situation. Ain't that much love in the world, shaking my head. Take your problems, sis, to God, and you keep praying. You don't need his approval on Facebook for everyone to see. Some people just don't have good life skills. She's doing what the system wants her to do. Stay broke with a poor mentality and pop out kids for the system to devour. Give her resources at least. Point her in the right direction. Damn. I wish he could tag to them men. I wish he could tag to them men who are making the babies with these women and the fathers of these women who weren't around during their childhoods and minister to them men to men and talk to them with the same level of intensity. Why are y'all still entertaining this narcissist, womanizing man whose only dream is to be a woman?